So today I want to talk about Call of Duty Zombies because, well, we just got a new Call of Duty game, Black Ops 4, Treyarch does zombies best. The Call of Duty community, we love zombies, right? I mean, this has just been a huge staple in the Call of Duty franchise pretty much since it was introduced. And over the last decade, we've just seen so much awesome content within this little mode in these Call of Duty games. But we've also seen some really terrible versions. I'm not going to go into specifics about Exo zombies. World War II zombies sucked also. I mean, with all the good, I guess there comes a little bit of bad, and well, with the Call of Duty franchise, we've seen that across the board. So when I play zombies personally, I'm never really there playing out the Easter eggs, or I'm not really there trying to play for the story or anything. Most of the time when I play zombies, I just get on with some friends, we play in a little private lobby, and we just play to see how high we can get in the rounds, and just basically see if we can set new high scores and things like that. We just play for fun. Zombies is an awesome way to just pass the time or to just kind of dick off and have a little bit of fun, so I've always really appreciated it for that. I've always thought that this was a huge addition to the Call of Duty franchise because it has helped retain so many players, and it's just given all these players just something else to do, really, before, you know, they go into campaign or multiplayer if that's what they want to do, or whenever you get bored of multiplayer or something, you can always just hop over to zombies and have a little bit of fun, so. But I don't think I've ever really shown the appreciation to zombies that I think that it really does deserve, and I want to talk about why I think that Call of Duty Zombies is great across the board, really. And even though I really have one playstyle for zombies that doesn't really match up with, you know, the rest of the community entirely, I still think it's safe to say that we all really enjoy Call of Duty Zombies. Call of Duty fans have always just been all about this mode, man. And that's why they keep bringing it back year after year. That's why we've seen literally every studio try to make zombies. But I have to say, nobody can do it like Treyarch. Infinity Ward, you did pretty good with Infinite Warfare's zombies. That might have even been one of the better parts of your game, actually. Sledgehammer, you guys you need to stop, okay? You really just gotta stop. But Treyarch is just always on top of it. And, you know, I'm not entirely all for Black Ops 4 zombies yet. It hasn't grown on me very much. But I can definitely see why people are already appreciating it and calling it one of the better experiences. Which, like I said, with Treyarch, it's not really, you know, a huge milestone to be one of the better zombies modes in the franchise, especially since, realistically, all you have to really compete with is Black Ops 1 through 3, World at War. I mean, that just shouldn't really be that hard, so. Anyways, one of the beautiful parts of zombies, actually, is the versatility that it brings, and I can mean this for multiple different things. Playstyle versatility is one huge factor of it. Like I said, personally, I like to just play for high scores and just to kind of, you know, pass the time, have a little bit of fun, play with my friends, just, you know, do something that isn't multiplayer once I get burned out. But while you can do that, and that's kind of originally how zombies actually was introduced into the series, you also have playstyles like, you know, going for the Easter eggs and, you know, completing storylines and things like that, and that's always been awesome too. And while that isn't actually really my cup of tea, I can definitely see how that's appreciated, and I can definitely see why people love that. And when it comes down to it, since zombies isn't really a campaign, you really do have to applaud Treyarch for actually going out of their way to write this whole storyline behind all these different scenarios and all these maps, interweaving them with different casts and, you know, well, iconic casts. That is definitely time consuming, and it definitely takes away from, you know, campaign, because honestly, I'd say campaign gets pretty repetitive in most Call of Duty games. I still think the Black Ops storyline has a, you know, exceptional cast of campaigns, but the zombies storyline, it's so interwoven. There's so many different ways that you can play zombies, and it's awesome. And then also we have versatility in the maps. I mean, if you look at all the maps throughout the history of zombies, and especially in Treyarch zombies, I'm gonna primarily focus on them because, well, honestly, I still think Treyarch does the best zombies. But I mean, even when you look outside of Treyarch and you look at the maps, there are so many different maps to choose from. You ever played Moon? Then there's Shangri-La, Kino der Toten, Buried, Origins. I mean, there's so many different ways you can go. There's so many iconic zombies maps, and while my favorite map of all time, I can't really decide between Buried and Kino der Toten, maybe even Mob of the Dead. I mean, I completely forgot about Mob of the Dead there for a minute. Well, Blood of the Dead now in Black Ops 4, but there's just a whole slew of different maps that you can choose from as your favorite, and there's so many different locations. There's so many different storylines. So while if you just play for the high scores and things things like that, yeah, zombies is generally the same. But when you're playing the stories out and you're looking for Easter eggs and you're trophy hunting in Call of Duty games and things like that, you know, the zombies experiences are just so various, you know? And on top of this versatility, somehow Treyarch has actually managed to make zombies simple. And what I mean by that is, of course, yeah, it's not simple when you're going for all the Easter eggs and stuff like that. That can be a chore. But at the end of the day, I mean, all you're really doing is just shooting zombies, waiting for the next wave, which gets a little bit stronger. You know, you wipe out that wave. Every once in a while, you might have some dogs or something show up. But the base layer of zombies is always just going to be the zombies. And it's always been the same. It's always been so simple that somebody who's never played zombies can pick it up and after like 2 rounds pretty much have the basic mechanics down. And you can choose to make it more complex. That's what's great, okay? Because, you know, as someone who likes to go that simple route and just play zombies for fun, the game doesn't force the Easter eggs onto you. You're not forced to go out of your way and do anything more than just to slay zombies for fun, you know? You don't have to do anything else. But if you choose to, you are more than you're more than free to do so. You're more than likely to have a great experience just because of that. And I think that that's always been a great move, and I enjoy that. I thank Treyarch for making that possible, you know? Because it's honestly really hard to find this perfect balance between complexity and simplicity, yet they've done it. And I don't understand how they really could just come up with something like that, but it's amazing, you know? And then on top of that, you know, we have all these iconic, and I mean iconic characters, Perca-Colas, weapons, you know? They've been, honestly, a huge part of my childhood because I've been playing Call of Duty Zombies since 2010. That's when I first picked up Call of Duty Zombies in Black Ops 1. And over time, as Zombies has become pretty much just a, you know, third mode overall in the actual franchise, and not something that just Treyarch is doing, you know, I still think my favorite cast beyond these two has to definitely be JFK, Nixon, McNamara, and Castro in 5. That was an amazing way to end off Black Ops 1's campaign. I think that was hilarious. The intro especially is funny. I'm really glad they actually brought back 5 as classified in, well, they didn't bring it back, you know, verbatim, but they basically reimagined it in Black Ops 4, so not gonna lie, I was a little bit disappointed when those 4 weren't in that map actually, but you know, I've always just enjoyed these different characters, but these two have always been my favorite. The ray gun is one of the most iconic weapons, I would say, in video game history. And I'm just being honest at this point with you guys. I mean, this weapon has had memes made about it, you know? Please revive, I have ray gun. Once you make your way into meme culture, you're pretty much just, you know, a staple of so many lives. Because the whole ability for a meme to be funny is how relatable it is in most situations, at least. And the ray gun has been in so many Call of Duty games. Call of Duty is always a top-selling franchise. Zombies is so beloved by the people who play Call of Duty. You know, at the end of the day, the ray gun you would think would be one of the more iconic weapons. It's one of the more iconic weapons in Call of Duty history, you know, and it's not even a multiplayer weapon, so unless you want to consider Blackout, because, well, it's definitely going to be in Blackout. It was in the beta, at least. I actually haven't seen it since I've actually, you know, played since launch, but maybe that's just me not seeing it, or whatever the problem is, but yeah. And then on top of that, we always have all these awesome perks and stuff, you know, Juggernog, Quick Revive, Stamina Up, Mule Kick, you know, PhD Flopper. I still think one of my favorites has to be Widow's Wine, but these just help the Call of Duty. The Zombies experience in general is just helped by these because, you know, they introduce different perks and stuff into the gameplay that help you. So even if you're just playing for the simplicity like me, you know, you can take more hits from zombies and stuff if you get Juggernog. You can pick your teammates up quicker with Quick Revive. Double Tap's gonna increase how fast your weapon shoots. Widow's Wine, every time you get hit, it launches these webs around and basically just stuns the zombies around you, and, you know, you get out of sticky situations with it. So many great perks have just expanded upon that Zombies gameplay that I love, and, you know, I just gotta say, there's a lot of icons that have been spawned out of Call of Duty Zombies. And last but not least, I gotta say, personally, it's gonna be the nostalgia, you know, because the Call of Duty Zombies experience over time has had so many different good experiences. There's been so many different good maps, and then, of course, in Black Ops 4 alone, 2 of my favorite maps of all time have been reimagined / remastered in Blood of the Dead and Classified from 5 and Mob of the Dead, respectively. When I was just in middle school, man, after I completed Black Ops 1 and it put me in this map, well, 5, it wasn't Mob of the Dead, but 5, and I played Zombies really for the first time. You know, it was different, and I remember that first playthrough and how innocent life was in middle school. Obviously, you know, as a college student now, sometimes you wish you could go back. That was also the golden age of the franchise as well, right there with, you know, Modern Warfare 2 through Black Ops 2. So in those two games alone, Black Ops 1 and 2, a lot of my childhood memories were really made. You know, I went outside and played and stuff, but a lot of my memories and a lot of the best people I've honestly ever really met have come through online. You know what I'm saying? I've met so many great friends just playing Call of Duty, playing zombies with them through that time period. And a few of them I still talk to till this day, you know what I'm saying? I still have friends that I made from completely different areas of the country and world, just from when I was playing Black Ops 2 Zombies, you know, when I was playing Mob of the Dead with my friend Mateo, when I had like 100 subscribers on YouTube, and, you know, I've just made so many memories, and to see all these great maps are starting to come back in their own ways with, you know, the DLC in Black Ops 3. Maps like Moon and Kino der Toten that I played through the first time way back when I was in middle school came back in, you know, my, last few months of high school and stuff. And just getting to relive those experiences with some of the same friends that I made playing those maps all those years later in a completely different Call of Duty environment was just awesome. Zombies always finds a way to pay homage to the previous zombie maps, whether it's reimagining them in a very good manner, shall I say, bringing back iconic characters and storylines and things like that, you know. Nostalgia has always been huge, man, and that's been a big thing for a lot of Call of Duty fans. Honestly, nostalgia alone is probably the reason I'm still playing Call of Duty, and if I wasn't nostalgic about the Call of Duty franchise, I probably wouldn't have made it through Infinite Warfare and World War II, so. But I do have to say, Black Ops 4 is a good game. The zombies maps, I'm kind of enjoying the maps. I don't know, the mode hasn't grown too much on me yet. I'm sure it'll change over time, but I really wanted to make this video and just pay homage to zombies because I talk a lot about multiplayer, and I've been talking a lot about Blackout since that's come out and stuff like that. You know, I've been spreading all the love on those two. But man, I've never really shown zombies a whole lot of love, you know? And I used to hate zombies a lot when I first started playing it because I didn't understand it, and even though, you know, I still made a lot of memories after I started to really enjoy it playing with those friends and stuff, zombies has always been pretty iconic, and it's always been something that I'm probably gonna remember for the rest of my life, just how much I played it with my friends and stuff throughout my childhood. Man, I really gotta thank Treyarch, because if it wasn't for their zombies in particular, man, my childhood would have been different, and wow. The nostalgia's real, guys. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're brand new around here. Tell me what you think about zombies down in the comments below. Consider supporting me on Patreon down below for even just $1 a month. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus. You know what? I'm gonna go play some Blood of the Dead, actually. I'm signing out.